Okay, I'm sitting here with Mike.
That's it, Mike Lawrence.
Hi, Mike Lawrence.
Hi.
Mike came to me here at InfusionSoft to talk to me about his joint venture program. So, why are you here at InfusionSoft, Mike? What are you looking for?
Well, I came for two reasons. One is I am an InfusionSoft user, so I did want to learn a little bit more about the app and learn how to use it better, but that's not the main reason why I came. The main reason why I came is because I want to find joint venture partners. And I'm rolling out a new joint venture program, and we're going to talk about what I did as the lead generation campaign mechanism, if you will, to do that. But basically, what I do is I've created a program where I have something called a business owner bailout package, and it's $597.39 of free coaching and consulting, and it's a front end bait piece that we stick on the front end of a marketing campaign, and it's got a really high conversion rate, and essentially I pay monthly membership continuity for those folks who promote it to their list.
Excellent. Well, you know, I'm gonna jump into your little program here in just a second, because this morning when I got out of my hotel room, what I saw was this tube here, and inside the tube was this yellow piece of paper, and I picked it up and I threw it in my bag, and I didn't think anything of it until Mike showed up to the Biz Sugar booth and said, I did this. And so immediately there was some recognition there. So tell me a little bit about the program and what you're promoting.
Yeah, sure. You know, what I found is the quickest way to get authority, control, and credibility is to speak. And so speak in front of chambers of commerce, and I learned that worked well. And so what I want to do is I wanted to put together a talk on the last 8 months. I've spent the last 8 months researching mystery shopping and playing prospect to affiliate marketing programs and joint venture programs. And I did that for two reasons. One is because I wanted to understand, I wanted to create a checklist for myself, so whenever I got solicited for a joint venture program, I could have a very quick checklist to understand if it's a good fit for me. Second reason, most important reason, is because I wanted to create the prototype of all prototypes for joint ventures. I wanted to take the best of the best from all the different programs that I saw, and I wanted to create a joint venture program specifically for B2B marketers who use InfusionSoft. So I niched it very tightly to that group. And I created a talk, and I'm going to do the talk here at InfusionCon, and the talk is entitled, and it's the compilation of the last 8 months of my research, the talk is entitled The 5 Deadly Sins of All Joint Venture Programs and How to Avoid Them. And so what I did is I put together a pill bottle, and three-dimensional mail will tend to outperform regular direct mail, sometimes better than 2 to 1, but I haven't done this at a conference, so the jury is still out of whether or not I agree with it.
And the other thing that you did that was different, because now it just dawned on me that most speakers got stuff to put in the bag, which you see here.
Right.
But you chose not to do that.
I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be different. I tend to do things differently anyways, and I wanted it to be discreet because I thought the response would probably be higher if I delivered it directly to the door rather than it being lost in the clutter when they check in. So anyway, so there's this. It's a 60 DRAM pill bottle, like horse pill. And it's got slapped a label on there. The label says, "This is your prescription for finding joint venture partners here at InfusionCon. Open immediately." And I use copy doodles on the front. And then so what happens? So that's step one, and they open it up, and they have two things. The first is it's a little one-page sales letter, front and back, and it basically says, it's got a headline. It's a flagging headline. It says, "Attention B2B marketers who use InfusionSoft." And
you got your target right in there.
Who else wants to network with other potential joint venture partners? And then I basically go into the story.
Yep. And you got your picture.
Right, and the story goes along with the whole prescription theme. I made up a story. I suffer from acute joint venture syndrome, and I've suffered for it for quite some time. I don't want to suffer from it anymore. I've developed a prescription to alleviate it, and I kind of went along with that theme. And the long and short of it is, the cure for it is this talk I'm doing, 5 Deadly Sins of All Joint Venture Programs, How to Avoid Them. So what they do is they find the letter, and then the response mechanism is this one-page form, and I've deliberately made it long for several reasons. Number one is because if you're going to jump through the hoop to fill this thing out and turn it in, people who do that tend to be a much more pre-qualified lead for me. And then the other thing is that I wanted, of course, to see how big the list size was, because if I'm going to be driving people into this event, I will want to give tickets to those who have the biggest list. So I asked what size the list was, and then a takeaway selling feature. I call it grease chute selling. I also asked, what's the number one reason why I should let you attend the Joint Venture Hobnob, which is the name I gave this event. Anyway, and then I'm, of course, in true good information marketing fashion, I'm going to record the event, and I'm going to give it on a free CD for those who attend. And I have a few more tricks up my sleeve that I haven't told you yet, so you got to come to the event to get the other bonuses. But one of the bonuses is I teamed up with a really smart InfusionSoft user, virtual assistant, and we wrote a piece called "The 13 Secrets to InfusionSoft That Are So Powerful. If I told you, I'd actually have to kill you."
I love that, Mike. Well, I can't wait to hear the rest. But could you please tell us where to go for more information if we want to learn more about your program and get on your list?
Sure. You can go to www.doneforyoujv.com. That's DONE, the number 4, UYOU.com. Doneforyoujv.com.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Mike. I can't wait to see you at the event.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.